What it do, what it do, what it do, what it do, what it do. Back at you with another one. So today I gotta talk about, we back on this Luka trade, man. This trade just won't, the trade that lives forever. So recently AD had came out and said he cap on like the whole didn't nobody know thing, right? And I had gave LeBron the benefit of the doubt, like maybe he didn't know, right? I mean, he is the go-to GMs, you know what I'm saying? He is, you know what I'm saying, that's probably his best moves is probably his GM moves. But, all right, didn't nobody know. That's how it looked. That's how it seemed, because it was just so out the blue, right? But then, this little audio came out. You know what I'm saying? One of the Morris twins, the one that got traded. Listen, I do not know them two gentlemen apart. Marcus, Marquise. Listen, I don't. Look, the one that's on the Lakers, right? He was talking to his brother on the phone, and it all kind of went down while he was on the phone. But this the thing. It was a little extra piece of information that he added to the conversation that had you like, oh, he had to know something to know to do that. So I'm gonna let y'all hear what Marcus Morris had to say. I think it's Marcus or Marquise, one of them, had to say, and I'm gonna be right back.
Your brother Markeith got traded there.
Yeah.
What was the reaction between you guys when you found that out?
Crazy story, man. We just so happened to be on the phone late night one day. You know, we've talked a lot. You know what I mean? We talk basketball, we talk sports, we talk our podcast, you know what I'm saying? So we do sports betting a lot, not NBA, but college, you know, NFL. So, you know, we were just going over the games or like nightly thing. He just landed or whatever. And just this particular night, we just was chopping it up about hoop. And I'm like, man, like, how y'all doing over there in Dallas? Like, you think y'all gonna make any trades? And that was crazy because that was the real conversation. I'm like, you think y'all gonna do something? And I'm not gonna tell you who he said was gonna get traded, but he like, yeah, it's going X, Y, and Z. Those guys, they gonna get traded. That's what they looking at. You know, we're looking to upgrade. And for some reason, he just took like a pause and he like, bro, the GM just texted me. I'm like, he just texted you. What did he say? He like, no, this can't be real. And I'm like, what happened? So he told me like, basically, you know, he's been traded. So I'm like, you've been traded? Like, how? Why? To who? Like, why would they even trade you? You're not playing. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, everybody knew the leadership that he brought to Dallas. So it was like, it didn't even make sense, right? So he like, just let me give you a call back. So I'm like, all right, cool. So now I'm sitting there with my wife, and I'm like, damn, they just traded Keith. I think he might retire, actually. Because he was telling me, like, man, I can't do this no more. Like, he just bought a house in Dallas, right? So he was just doing that, and he was just like, man, it's just too much at this point. I'm not even playing. It's like I'm almost babysitting at this point. So he was like, I'm done. I don't even care where I'm going to. 3 minutes later, he called me back. He said, bro, Luka Doncic has just been traded. And I'm like, what the can I curse?
Yeah, you can
I'm
curse.
like, what the how is Luka Doncic traded? Like, does that even make sense? So now, when he said the Lakers, I said, you going to the Lakers, right? He's like, hell yeah, I'm going to Lakers. And I'm thinking to myself, bro, you know, you might just have won another championship. Like, literally, you really might just have won a championship. And the part about it that I think a lot of people don't see is that Keith and Luka has a really good relationship, like a really good relationship. So I think that they probably noticed that and they wanted, you know what I mean, Luka to feel better, to go into a new place where you have somebody that's, you know, that's been a teammate. Also, Dorian Finney-Smith, he's been a teammate of him. And then Max Kleber, you know, he's been injured, so no one really talking about him. I think the dynamic of that really helped, and also Keith played there. So the Lakers really wanted him to come. Brian asked for him to come. So it was like the dynamic, once I sat and back and thought about it, I was like, it actually might help your career now. It might give you a breath of fresh air. We're doing a little media thing with the podcast, so it might actually help, right? And
Okay, boom. So y'all heard that, right? So obviously, if you asked for a man in the trade, you knew it was gonna be a trade, right? Which, okay, whatever, you knew about it. Okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, and this is what had my antennas up with that, was when, like, the media seemed like they made such a point to say LeBron didn't know, had me thinking like, he probably knew then. You know what I'm saying? Like, he probably knew. So, yeah, that's not, it's like, now that I found out he knew, I'm not shocked. Like, yeah, he gonna do whatever he gotta do to get himself in the position to win the championship or get back competitive or whatever it is. And I think like Luka fit what LeBron need more than AD do, right? Because at the end of the day, the system for success is closer, shooters, scapegoat, right? Now with the Lakers, with AD, he didn't have a closer. With Luka, he do. So he got 2 out of the 3. You know what I'm saying? So he might be able to shake with that. I don't think the Lakers really got no one guy they can just blame if something don't go right. I don't think they got a guy that's that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they could probably try to throw it on one of their role players, but that ain't gonna work right. So they don't really have no guy they can really blame like that. But I think from a basketball standpoint, it make a little sense for him because he always had that perimeter player that can close the game out when he needed them to. Luka can do that. Kyrie used to do that. Wade used to do that. You know what I'm saying? The success don't add the success don't be adding up the same when he got to be the one to do that. So it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? But I wonder like how AD gonna feel about, like, how is that gonna affect LeBron AD relationship now, right? You know what I'm saying? Because they seemed like they was cool, right? Like they was cool. They had you know what I'm saying? They had a cool little relationship, whatever. But I don't know how it's gonna shake after this one though. After he didn't, you feel me? You didn't feel like you got stabbed in the back. I don't think you gonna be cool. So, you know, what y'all think, man? Was LeBron on some snake or was it just business? Let me know in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe. See you on the next one. Peace.